Nechupadam Dental, your perfect dental partner.
So good morning. So there were some questions to be answered because so many people are asking how much time I need to brush my teeth, and that is the most common question. To keep a healthy mouth, what is the time required for brushing? Some people, especially in Kerala and some especially in India, they have this idea of brushing which takes a long time, around 15 minutes, 30 minutes. They keep the brush in the mouth and walk around. They'll go through the garden, they'll go through the newspaper, and they'll if they get angry with the news, they brush very vigorously. Then you get a very interesting news. They keep the brush in that area and they forget about it. They drool on the paste and things like that. There are different types of brushing, especially in India, if you see it, because they don't just brush inside the toilet or on the wash basin area. They just keep the brush and walk around the whole place, and they'll talk to the people around. They'll talk on the phone. But at least abroad, I don't think people are doing that. But still, it's very interesting to watch an Indian brush the tooth. So, and they ask me how much time I need to brush, because they think that if they brush it for 30 minutes and 15 minutes, just like what they do, they keep the teeth very fun. And there are people in India who doesn't brush at all. So at least some people are brushing. So that is something good. But how much time do you really need to brush? You need to brush just 2 minutes or 3 minutes maximum. But make sure that you brush when you are awake, because some people, most of the people, whether it is abroad or in India or wherever, most of the people tend to brush just after they get up from the bed. They just go into the bathroom, they just walk, they do almost like sleepwalking, get into the washing counter, they just put some paste on that, and then they just take their own time to just brush unknowingly or unknowingly, and then just wash, and then they slowly wake up during brushing. Is it a good idea? No way. It is not at all good idea. Even when they are very sleepy, they just go into the washroom and brush. They say before they go to bed, they say that they brush twice daily, but most of the time they are almost like unconscious when they are brushing. So that's not good idea. So I always recommend people to have their bed coffee or breakfast and then go for your brushing, because that will help them to be awake. And second thing is you remove all the food particles of whatever you got through the breakfast. So I always recommend that. And even in the night, we recommend to brush after dinner. Soon after dinner, you go inside and then you brush your teeth really well. The only reason wherein we don't recommend that is if you are having a lot of citrus and fruit juices or very acidic fluids that you are taking. Please wait for 30 minutes before you brush. But make sure that you brush at least well before you get into the sleepy mode, or please wake up before you brush. Otherwise, you will not be in cognition while you are brushing. So, and second thing is, you need to make sure that you are brushing the inside of the teeth. Most of the people, when we see them on a dental chair, they have a problem that they are not brushing the inside of the tooth. That is especially the lower incisors, the lower tooth, or the lower front tooth from the back side. They don't brush really well. So make sure that area is covered. And also there is one more area, that is the upper back tooth, the last tooth on the back tooth. Especially if you have a third molar, please open your mouth, keep the brush at a flat on the last tooth, and make sure that you brush that area also very clearly. These are the areas which you tend to miss out. So even if you are brushing in a very fast pace, please make sure that these areas are covered, because that will help you. And please make sure that you brush in a vertical motion rather than pulling motion. So that will also help you to keep your teeth clean. So just 2 minutes that is required, but be in cognition. Please understand wherever you are brushing. Please don't go by different things, looking at WhatsApp or looking at YouTube or looking at your friends' videos and things like that. Please don't use that time. You can always do that later. Please brush while you brush. Have a great day. Have a great brushing. Please make sure that you brush and keep your teeth well so that you can smile well, you can eat well, and have a great day. Thank you very much.